Morning, everybody. I haven't done this in a while where I just talk to you guys, but I want to let you get to know more about me as well, and I'll do these videos occasionally. I spent like 2 hours editing and making 2 videos, and they both would not upload, and all I could do was delete them. So, and what I'm doing right now, I had to delete because YouTube decided to make an update right when I was doing it. And one of them was 13 minutes long too, but I'll have to do that again later. But I want to thank you all for your nice comments and requests as well about my health as well, and I'm doing much better. I'm going to be going to the doctor again to figure it out more. But some of y'all has asked me about my songwriting and how I do it. Well, mostly I get non-copyrighted music and I just make it up as I go because I really like just doing it off the cusp, just off my head, you know. And I've tried sitting down and writing songs normally, but it just doesn't seem as good when I do that. But also there's a lot of things that I've been doing. I've got a guitar, a flute, and a keyboard, but I'm much better at playing the keyboard. And I'm not very good at playing the guitar that much or flute, but I want to work on it. That's one thing, those are some things I want to work on. And another thing I've been trying to do is cut back on my caffeine intake because with my stomach problems, I can't drink more than 2 cups of coffee or it'll just bother me. But I'll be getting to more of your requests today. And the reason the audio is not as good on my reactions is because I've been doing it on my Chromebook, because my phone for some reason says I don't have enough storage, even though I only have like 70 photos and I barely have any text that I've kept, and I've deleted some old music that I don't listen to and all that, and I don't have many apps either. Even though I've did an update on my phone and I've restarted it, it still does that, even though it's a brand new phone. But I'm gonna be doing a video dedicated to Jim Varney, and I'm gonna be doing some more of his stuff later in the month. There's one video I'm gonna save for his birthday. It's an hour-long stand-up special he did. But one thing I think is really cool about Jim Varney is that he was born an hour away from where I was born. He was born in Lexington, Kentucky. And they said when he was a kid that his mom saw that he could mimic different characters from cartoons he would watch. And even at a young age, he could memorize long sentences as well. And by 17, he was already performing stand-up comedy in clubs, which is really cool. He did Broadway plays as well, and he also did Shakespeare. He was a trained Shakespearean actor. And there's only a really short clip of him doing Shakespeare on YouTube, but it's really good. If you check it out, he could do different accents and personas as well. And the accent he did for Shakespeare was almost sounded like Vincent Price. If you haven't heard of Vincent Price, he was an amazing actor. You should check him out if you love old movies. You'd love him. And I love how, not just him playing Ernest, but I loved him in Beverly Hillbillies. I keep saying Beverly Hills Ninja because I just watched that movie yesterday because I love it so much, but that's another topic. But he also voiced Slinky the dog, and I don't know if it was in the first one or second one that he passed away, so another person voiced the rest of it, came as a stand-in to voice for the rest of it. But I also was watching one of his last movies. It was kind of sad to watch it, but I wanted to watch it because I hadn't seen it. And I don't know, I think it was Ernest Goes to the Army. He was starting to have health problems by then. He died of lung cancer. I've actually had a few family members pass away of the same thing. But that's why I'm trying to quit smoking, because I want to be around for you all and my family, you know. And I want to thank you all for the really nice comments, and I'm really glad that y'all like my music. It makes me happy. And whenever I get better at playing instruments and stuff, I'm going to get a loop machine, a looper, where I can like play an instrument and it will loop it, and then I can keep going to where I can make my own music like that. That would be so fun to do one day. Then I'll really be making music. But I'm also going to make a few of these videos every now and then just to keep y'all posted, and also to learn more about me. If y'all have any questions, non-personal, unless it's personal but not too personal, if you get what I mean, I'll answer them. But I'm really trying to have variety on my reaction videos. I haven't lately, but I will, because I like to spread it out, because I don't want to do the same artist every video, you know. If I get requests for the same artist but different songs, I may just make one video and react to all of those songs. Now, I get a lot of Pink Floyd ones. I'm almost tempted, like if I get more than 5 requests for different Pink Floyd songs, I'm tempted to just react to all of them in one video. You may or may not see a 2-hour-long Pink Floyd reaction one day. I kind of doubt it right now because they blow me away, and I don't know if my brain capacity could hold all that for 2 hours because they're just so, mind blown. Oh, I love hearing the birds. The little things in life make me happy, you know? I don't know, that was an awkward silence, but I just like hearing the birds. But, I've also been collecting earrings lately, and this is one of my favorite pairs. And if y'all like my makeup videos and y'all want me to make more, let me know in the comments. And if y'all would like to know more about, like, me or things I like as well, let me know. And I really love writing short stories, and I really love drawing and art related stuff as well, and making things. I also love doing impressions as well, but I need to work on them. One of my favorite ones to do is Ernest P. Worrell, but I know it's kind of silly, but it is one of my favorites. I did do a parody commercial doing an impression of him, but I don't think I did a very good job. I didn't really try hard enough. I could do it. I would just need to figure out what I would want to use for the commercial. And I may even use my green screen and make it look like I'm in his kitchen, like the commercials. Because one of my favorite bloopers is where he says he's doing a line for one of his commercials, and at one point his phone rings and it's not part of the commercial, and he's like, "And pick up the phone. Hello." If y'all haven't watched my reaction to his bloopers, I have a 15-minute video, I think, of me reacting to some of his bloopers. I did 2 videos. One was shorter. I don't remember how long the other one was. I also reacted to one of his stand-up bits. I'll be doing part 2 to that probably later this week, but because I haven't gotten to it yet. But I'm going to make this video a little bit shorter. It was 13 minutes when I tried to upload it first. But I'll go over some more stuff probably later. But I also really love photography. I love taking pictures of just about anything I can see outside or makeup-wise, or I love collecting vintage things as well. I haven't really redesigned or decorated my room, and I'm trying to figure out what theme I want to go for. I kind of want to go for an 80s theme, but I also really like the 60s and 70s as well, and some of the 50s decoration-wise. I did get a vintage bed and dresser that I will show. Whenever I need to clean my room a little bit later, I might make a video showing you all my room, because I finally moved everything down here about almost a month ago now, and I would like to show you what I've done with it. So if you all would like to see that, let me know in the comments as well. And if you all like vintage stuff, give me some ideas for, like, well, maybe you can, I guess you can comment here, but when I make a video showing you all my room and the size of it and everything, maybe in that video you can comment and let me know like a good idea, or like how I could decorate for like a 60s and 50s, 60s, 70s theme, and maybe a little bit of 80s. But I just want kind of a vintage feel and look, maybe slightly rustic a little bit. I love stuff like that. But let me know in the comments what you think, because I really like warm tones and warm colors, like burnt orange, brown. Oh, I love light blue and dark blue, especially in tiles. I love that. And I probably won't paint my walls, but I might use a wallpaper. And I'm going to go on Amazon. Maybe sometime I'll make a video showing you all things I've found after you give me some suggestions, maybe. I also want to look for some vintage outfits too, because if any of y'all didn't know this, we had a flood here like 5 or 6 months back. I think y'all might remember me making a video about it the day after it happened. It was crazy. My stepdad had to carry me and my mom on his back because the water was so heavy and high. It was just crazy. crazy. And I lost almost all my clothes and everything, but I bought a lot of it back. I bought a lot of other stuff. But I want some vintage, like, outfit ideas as well. Maybe some earrings. I mean, these look kind of vintage, but they're not. Also, this is, like, one of my favorite coffee cups. I've shown y'all it before. But it has, like, vintage, like, fruit posters and everything on it. I love vintage cups, though. This one's not really a vintage cup. It just has something vintage on it. But I would love to find something vintage. I also bought a vintage, well, it's not really vintage, but it kind of looks like it's a little mirror. It's a little makeup mirror, and I really like the way it looks. I bought a few things like that. I've also bought this. Let me show you real quick. I bought a mask for when I go out, but it has little flowers on it, and I think it's really cute. I hate wearing these things, but I only wear them so people won't freaking yell at me if I'm not wearing it. It's just crazy out there, I'll tell you. But I don't get into stuff like that. I don't like talking about it because then it just makes me stressed about something I don't need to be stressed about because I stay inside most of the time. Okay, that was really fast. And you guys could probably tell that I thought I was going to go into a rant, but I'm not going to do that. You guys will probably notice that I'll probably go on a tangent occasionally. I'll try not to. But when I get up early and I've already had enough caffeine, that tends to happen. I have ADHD, so I tend to just go off on different tangents and I'll talk about a story and then I won't finish it sometimes and go on to another story, and that really aggravates my friends. They're like, well, what was the end of it? Because I always end up cutting it off. But, I mean, I do take something for it, but I have a hard, this is just me. You probably can tell with reactions. You might not be able to. I guess if you can virtually have a one-on-one conversation with me like you're doing right now, if you're still watching, thank you. But I have this, you can probably tell right now, I have this problem focusing sometimes on what I'm thinking, and I tend to look off a lot, and I forget a lot. My ADHD was worse as a kid, but I kind of think it's starting to get worse as I'm getting older now. Like, if I don't drink caffeine, I'm really calm and subdued and kind of laid back. But when I drink caffeine, I talk a mile a minute, and I'm getting there right now. So I'm trying to slow down and think about what I'm talking about so I don't forget. Just take a second, you know. But, yeah, let me know, like, what are some, if any of y'all have ADHD, what are some of the things you do to kind of help bring yourself back into focus? Like, especially when I'm working on reaction videos or I'm working on a project, I tend to get sidetracked and forget what I'm doing and go do something else. So what's some ways you all bring yourself back to where you want to be and focus on it? And I'm also really bad at remembering things. I have to write everything down. Like, what's some ways that help you remember? Like, what's some key things you try to, like, phrases you try to remember maybe? And also just ways to bring yourself back in focus. I think I already said that. See? I gotta work on that. And I end up telling the same story over and